Hello there and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Tourism right here on CHTV. This is where we educate you more on tourism. I am not doing this alone, I have my guest. And of course, he will be introduced after this quick 10. My name is Erica Minta Ohene. Do stay with us. Welcome back from that quick 10. If you just tuned in, this is Good Morning Tourism right here on CHTV. My guest today, we have our papa in the room again. Lawyer Kojo Jemfi Bonsu. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
He's with Sundown Legal Services.
Yes.
Esquire, you're welcome.
Thanch you.
I love seeing you in white.
Yes,
I think you should be wearing more often.
I like your colors too.
The green and the blonde.
Yes. Green mixed with what? Blonde, right?
Yeah,
yes.
blonde hair.
It brings out your color itself.
Period.
Yes, so I think that is good.
All right.
So I hope you're doing well.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I am.
It's good
I'm
to
coping.
be back.
It's good to be back. Another day.
Yes.
It's another day. Esquire, we are about to have a thought-provoking conversation. You know, Galamsey is one of the major problems we are facing as a country. And then do you think Galamsey is affecting the tourism industry in any way?
Let me say good morning to your cherished viewers and listeners once again.
Okay.
We have been saddled with the menace of Galamsey.
Mm-hmm.
If you recall, just last week, it is as a result of the fight against Galamsey that led to the unfortunate
Helicopter crash,
yeah, leading to the loss of about eight senior government officials. Galamsey has been a burden to us as a country. We have had to deal with this since about 10 years ago. In fact, the actual fight started about 10 years back. So it means that successive governments, most of them have tried all they can, but it looks like it's becoming tougher by the day. And if you relate it to the tourism sector, so you ask yourself, what will make somebody living in New York or Chicago or London or Edinburgh, what will pull that person to say, I'm going to Ghana? What will pull the person? So, you know, the tourism is a pull factor, you understand? Something that draws people to a particular destination. Do you understand? So, my worry is that all these pull factors, okay, like the attractions, the amenities, the services that we have are being destroyed by the incidents of what? Galamsey. Do you understand? Because if you look at it, one of the key factors in the whole tourism chain or the tourism sector is the attraction.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if you talk about attraction, we are looking at the rivers, we are looking at the national parks, we are looking at the eco reserves. So all these things are the things that will pull somebody to a destination. Do you understand? Before you even think of transportation, accommodation, and food and other things. So it makes the issue of Galamsey very important to us as a nation. And I believe that the people in the tourism sector must be worried about the menace of Galamsey. Do you understand? So we have Mole National Park.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Look at Mole National Park. And by the time you realize people have invaded the reserve and mining, what do you think will happen to the animal that we have in? They will destroy the forest reserve and the animals will vacate.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So look at the recent destruction that we have recorded in the Atiwa Forest Reserve. Do you understand? The forest is almost gone. Do you understand? And the effect is that there are environmentalists. Okay, there are people who believe in preservation of the environment. You have people who believe in protecting even wildlife and even tree species.
Yeah.
It is because of that they travel. Do you understand? So looking at what we have seen in this country, do you believe that such groups of people will be attracted to our destination?
Not at all.
No. So look at the rivers. In fact, if you look at rivers, Ankobra, even Tano, part of Tano, River Denzu, the notorious River Brim, the Brim River that the Achim people drink from, you know, Achimnia or no Brim. All these things are important tourist resources that today you can't just even identify them as rivers. Do you understand? So, in fact, the issue of Galamsey has affected the tourism industry so badly. So we have to really pay more attention to that. But you see, the point is that if the tourism is not well developed, okay, we leave it like that, like as we have done over the period. That is what happened. Assuming the Guma agreement has completed, and some of these tourist sites have been preserved, have been highly developed. Do you understand? Like Shah Hills resources. How can somebody go and do Galamsey when the place is well developed?
Oh, so are you trying to say this activity, the Galamsey activity, is going on because such places are not well developed?
No, you see the point. I'm suggesting that, look at, if Shah Hills is well developed, we have accommodation, we have security, we have everything around. It will be difficult to enter. Well, do you understand? Yeah. But we have left all these things ajar. You enter, there's no restrictions, there's no security, there are no other preventive measures. I think that is one reason why the tourism site have been affected by Galamsey. Do you understand? Look at Atiwa Forest.
Okay.
Atiwa Forest is a big forest. How do you protect the Atiwa Forest? I'm not sure. As far as I know, there are no security even systems to prevent people from entering the forest. That is the reason why it has been easy for other persons to enter the forest and destroy most of the reserve that we have. And people can even be attracted by the Atiwa Forest. Yeah. Somebody can say, I have seen, or I've read about a certain forest in Ghana called Atiwa. You get it? Yes. So I want to go there and go and have a look at it and go and see the trees that I am being told you can find in Atiwa Forest. But today, if the forest is gone, then it means that we are gradually losing the tourism site that we have in this country. That will affect the number of people who want to come into the country.
Now let's look at this effect on the economic growth.
You see, tourism is one area that can generate employment.
Yeah.
Okay. Tourism is another area that can bring a lot of revenue.
Yes.
You understand? Because you can see from the Guma and Ghana tourism arrangements, their intention was that within a certain period of about 5 years, Ghana should be able to raise about 6 billion in tourism receipt alone.
6 billion.
6 billion US dollars.
US dollars.
Like the other time we said, if Ghana is looking for 3 billion to support our economy, and we may have to go to IMF for 3 billion concession. And it's not even as if they are going to pay the 3 billion in full. They will structure it within 3 years.
Yes. And then
so if they are structuring 3 billion in 3 years, it's about a quarter will be about 300 and something million, isn't it?
Yes.
But that is the arrangement that we have had. Why? Because our revenues are inadequate. And I'm saying that if development of the tourism sector with Guma alone can raise up to 6 billion, then there will be no need for IMF even support. Do you get it? So what I'm saying is that in terms of revenue, if we sit down and allow our tourist site to be destroyed by Galamseyers, then it's going to rather affect even the little revenues that we get. So in terms of revenue, is key, one of the things that it will affect. Another thing is employment. Take a look at the whole country, the number of people working within the hospitality sector, like restaurants,
a lot.
hotels, and what have you. And you even check this one, even in the hotels that we have, how many Ghanaians are patronizing the hotel? Is it not as a result of tourism?
Yeah.
Even within Ghana, mostly it's as a result of what? Tourism. And most of the big hotels that we have are being patronized by our tourists, external tourists, people who are coming from outside the country.
Yeah.
So if we destroy the core reason for the tourism, every reason for every tourist to go and see something.
Yes.
Do you understand? So if those things are destroyed, the attractions are destroyed, there will be no tourism. And what will happen to people in employment? So in fact, tourism, that is why everybody must be up and speaking against Galamsey.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter a political affiliation, it doesn't matter whether or not you have been affected.
Yeah.
Some people think that, in my area, there's no Galamsey. Do you understand? So they will sit there somewhere. But mind you, the distraction in one community can cause unemployment, can even lead to a drop in revenue. And all these things will affect all of us as a nation. So I believe that we need to work very hard and win the fight against Galamsey. Look at this unfortunate incident. Assuming there was no Galamsey, I'm not sure there would have been any program like that that would send these high-ranking government officials to the place where they made their unfortunate demand. Yes. So I think that the Galamsey is impacting negatively. Another point is that look at the introduction of cyanide, mercury, even within the river bodies. Mind you, there were some rivers, and mostly Tano and other rivers.
Yeah.
They say we don't eat the fishes that they produce.
Yes.
So when you get to Tano, so most of the Tano rivers and beef, bread, and what have you, the attraction that you see, the type of fishes that you see. But with introduction of cyanide and all these things, all the fishes are gone. It is not only the fishes that are gone. Even within the communities, a lot of people are suffering from these poisonous chemicals in the various rivers. To the extent that even some communities, even the normal soil that have been used for farming activities, growing farm produce and what have you, have been affected. So the effect is that if somebody lives in Kenya and sees that, we say Ghanaian food have been compromised by the introduction of poisonous into the system, would you want to come to Ghana and come and eat poison? No. You get it?
I mean, it doesn't speak well of Ghana.
Exactly. So in tourism, perception is very important.
Yeah.
How the tourists perceive the country or the tourist destination.
But Council, can you really pinpoint some of these major tourist sites which have been affected by Galamsey?
You don't need to be affected by a tourism site per se. Do you understand? We are looking at the value chain, from the destination right down to the site. If you have gone to Sefi also, between Sefi also and Takwa, right? Between Sefi also and Takwa, go and see the distraction. Okay, I used that route one hot afternoon, around 1 thereabout, and from Sefi also to Takwa, there were Galamseyers on the road all throughout.
Wow.
So if there are eco tourist sites there, if there are forest conservation for birds, forest conservation for animals, they will be gone. Do you understand? So this one, it will even affect the communities themselves. Do you understand how they will see tourism? People will give out their lands, they will give out their site for galamseyers. Yeah. Recently, you have seen people cutting down cocoa trees.
Oh yes, the cocoa farmers.
They say they are cutting down cocoa trees. So it is easy. It is very, very easy for people to give out conservations or their forests and what have you.
But what will make them do that?
No, you see, the point is that yes, the galamsey actually, if you look at the people doing it and their motivation, you understand? I mean, the power of gold. Gold is everything. Do you understand? A smaller amount of gold can give you some good money. Yeah. Do you understand? So their motivation for them is not the distraction, or their motivation is the money. See, that is why we are saying.
Isn't that selfishness?
Yes, to some extent, to a very large extent.
Wow.
Do you understand? So that is the reason why I always say that the community leadership must be involved in tourism development, because they are the custodians.
Are they not the same people selling the land?
So that is the point. In Tree, they say the Jawa near as well. You get it. Sometimes, if you entrust something in the care of somebody, they will take care of it. They will take care of it. Okay, Charlie, we are leaving these things with you. We will come back later for it, or you come back later to inspect it. They want to take good care of it. Do you get it? And so leaving them out can even lead to more distraction to the tourist site that we have. So I believe that we have not done enough as a country. We have allowed this thing to fester for a very long time. And now we are at the destructive stage. We are at the destructive stage, and tourism cannot be an exception. Every part of the environment has been touched, and we cannot say tourism has been spared. Do you understand? What I cannot say for now is whether it has led to a reduction in, say, the animals and what have you that we have. But going forward, we need to ensure that these things, the tourist site, are preserved. In fact, if there have been distractions, we shouldn't experience further distractions, so that at least we can preserve some of the site that we have.
But how do we educate these local authorities or the local community that when tourists come, they give money, it fetches us some good money, so they should stop the galamsey and then focus more on the money tourism produces?
You see, it is not in doubt that tourists come in and build our local economy. There's no doubt about that. But you see, usually some of the sites, they are at the development stage. Yeah. Some have even been just identified. They have not been developed. So the returns or the results that the community will see, they are minimal. Yeah. It's not something that resources coming in, a lot of development coming as a result of the site and what have you. Yeah. So the people may not even identify the real benefits that they will get in the short term. You understand? So that is why we have to be proactive as a nation, proactive as tourism sector players.
How do we become proactive?
Like what you said, okay? Once a place is identified, how do we educate the people? Education is key, because if they now understand that in the not too long distant future, this place will open up because of this, so preserve it. You understand? You have given them that education. That is not enough. You have to take steps as sector players to also protect the place. Do you understand? We leave things for granted in this country. Yeah. Do you understand? We leave everything to God, or God will protect the site. God will not protect the site. Elsewhere, once a place is identified as a tourist site, okay, they will set up the regulations to preserve the place. Yeah. But we leave it to the people, and we leave it in the hands of people who cannot even properly manage it. Yeah. So I'm saying that we need to educate the people. But Ghana Tourism Development Company, Ghana Tourism Authority, together with the Ministry of Tourism and all of that, they have to be able to preserve some of these places. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Preserve it is very important, so that at least for us, for the sector players, they understand the benefits.
Yes.
They will know where they can take those sites to. And so if you know where you take to, protect it from today.
Now, talking about preservation, we all know Galamsey has been there since, and then all actions to make it stop has proved futile. Is there any other way we can preserve it despite the Galamsey activities?
No, you see, yes, we can do something.
How?
You see, fortunately for us, it is not all the tourism sites that have been invaded by Galamseyers. Do you understand? So now, some sites, I think they have been invaded or attacked by them. Now, what about those areas that have not been invaded? We need to be proactive and protect those places. Do you understand? Now, you can protect by ensuring that some of the places ensure maximum security.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Provide enough personnel who will be patrolling those areas, who will be man guards, who will be guarding those tourism sites. That is all that we can do. Because if there are people there preventing people who enter without authority, without permission, then in that case, even though if there will be compromises, it will be minimal. Do you understand? Let me also advise that the people that we entrust some of these responsibilities to, they have to think about the nation. Do you understand? When Ghanaians see money, we forget about everything. Yes, there are some people, when they see money, they forget about the responsibility and they will allow people to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
So let us focus our attention on securing these sites. Do you understand? Including the community people. In fact, if the community people there are some places they have community watchdogs.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Community watchdogs. We have to prepare to spend money on these people so that they can protect.
And where is the money going to come from? Is it from the government or the local authority? Government.
That's for the local authority. I don't know when the Nananum may not be able to provide the money to secure the place. Okay. In fact, in the long term, the benefit comes to the county.
Yeah.
The state. It doesn't matter who is the president or which party is in government. The state.
But would the state be willing to do that?
That is what I'm saying, that they must do it. They must. It's not a matter of choice.
You know, it is easier said than done.
We must focus our attention, set our priorities right. I believe that if the state prioritizes tourism and looking at all the benefits that tourism can give us, because today, if you want to create employment, you have to set up factories, industries, what have you. Even the industries, how many people can those industries employ? How long does it take to establish one complete industry in Ghana? It takes a long time. It takes a lot of money, isn't it? But these are sites that are already available. What we need is the preservation. So spending money to preserve the land shouldn't be a problem to the states.
But it is a problem now.
That is why we are here. That is why we are doing this program. So that at least some of these highlights that we are giving will prompt people to take steps to preserve the site that we have.
So apart from certain security and others, what are some of the policies the government can implement to curb Galamsey?
Before you go, I come to that one. Let me say that, see, if for instance an attraction is a forest, like a Tiwa forest, the government can protect it by deploying drones in very vital tourist sites, so that every moment we can know
what's going
on within the site. Do you understand? It's very key, very important. In addition to spending money to people to protect them. But as for Galamsey, I don't know. But various governments have tried.
Yeah.
I think the approach is not working.
So we should try a different approach.
So government should try different mechanism
Which
to
is?
stop the flow. You see, when you stay in Accra as a government and you send people from Accra River Guard to go and protect the Tano River in Sunyani or Techimano, whatever it is. You understand? How better can they do it than the community people? How better? Do you understand? So I'm saying that.
But these same community people are those doing the galamsey over there.
It is not entirely true. Now, we have professional galamseyers who move from their place to new communities.
But the community accepts them.
They do.
So how can you say these same people should protect the place?
Now I'm saying that, you see, when the Namanom, who are custodian, who must be the custodian of these people, takes money from other persons to do galamsey, sometimes it's against the will and wishes of the local people.
But they still do.
Yes, that is why I'm saying that. But how can they fight? At what length? So the government must empower those people. Instead of bringing people from Accra to come and chase galamsey, if you recruit people within the local community, certainly if there's monetary compensation that people we are recruiting from the Atiwa enclave to protect the Atiwa forest, we are going to pay them. You think people will not do? People will do it.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because oftentimes these days, the galamseyers are not the people from the community. They are people who have come from all across the country to do galamsey. And people have given them their land and what have you. So the community themselves, consciously, they want to protect the environment. They want to protect their community. Let government give them. At least, we have tried all these.
The different approaches.
They are not working.
So hopefully this one works.
So I believe that involving the community or empowering the community youth to protect their communities, I think will work better than bringing soldiers from Accra to go and fight people in the Atiwa forest.
Thank you so much. So what advice, a quick one, what advice would you give to tourists who are about to visit Ghana, potential tourists actually?
Yes, despite the menace of galamsey, I think the prospect of the Ghanaian tourism is still huge. And I believe that we are making the effort to improve and develop the sector. I can assure them that even as we speak now, looking at the effort that government is making, tourists can be protected if they come into the country.
Yes.
And for now, I'm sure when they come, they should be able to enjoy better scenes that we have. If nothing at all, our culture has not been adulterated.
Of course.
And we talked about Homo the other time, we talked about the Equeside, we talked about the funerals that we have, and all other things. They have not actually been adulterated. And I believe they provide the hope that in future tourism can still thrive in this country.
Your last remark, please.
Once we belong to this important and vibrant industry, I think we should all be interested in the issue of galamsey. The industry players, travel and tour operators, hoteliers and what have you. Because I said the other time that if your hotel is to attract people other than the people living in your community, then you cannot run away from this.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So when people travel, it inures to your advantage. So everything that we will do together to ensure that traveling does not cease. It's important. If travel ceases today, there will be no tourism, there will be the hotel will not function as, and it become dormant. You understand?
Of course.
So it is my recommendation that all of us will come together as sector players and then make sure that we fight against galamsey. If we have to provide resources, why not? We should contribute.
Are you willing to?
I am ready to provide.
All right.
So all the hoteliers,
that will be for another day. That will be for another time.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for honoring our invite once again.
Right.
We hope to see you another time. This show has been insightful as usual, and then this is where we bring it to an end. This particular episode to an end. This is Good Morning Tourism right here on CHTV. I am Erica Minta Ohene. Catch you on our next episodes. Bye.